Hola, buenos dias, paisanos. So, about the details for the Balik Tungas National 2011. This is a grand alumni homecoming, which will be held on December 28th, 2011 at the Sibagat National High School of Home Industries grounds. As already advertised, there will be a motorcade, a torch parade, disco, parlor games, and most importantly, ratification of our first constitution and bylaws and election of officers. So we had a meeting last November. We had a meeting last November 7, 2011, and it was agreed that the T-shirt, the banner, because there will be a parade, the presentation, the food, and the table will be done or will be accomplished by batch. Meaning each batch will have to prepare its own presentation, its own banner for the parade. There will be, of course, for their own food, for their own table. Each batch is assigned a color for the T-shirt. Batches 1985 to 1990 will be yellow. Batches 1991 to 1995 will be black. 1996 to 2000, blue. 2001 to 2002, gray. 2003 to 2004, pink. 2005 to 2006, green. 2007 to 2008, purple. And 2009 to 2011, red. So each batch will have to prepare for its own T-shirt. However, the T-shirt design has been centralized, meaning a special committee has been assigned for the T-shirt design. In other words, all the T-shirts will have the same design, I think, at the front part of the T-shirt. However, each batch will be distinguished by the batch color. Obviously, it is very important that you now start contacting your respective batch leaders or start conducting your own meetings among your batches. According to Senor Ayel Patagan, who's currently teaching at is one of our teachers there at our high school. The official T-shirt design is currently still being processed. It's still being decided upon, but it will be available next week at around December 15. And looky here, we now have the program. 6 to 8 a.m. will be the registration. 8 to 9 motorcade. 9 to 10 Thanksgiving mass and snacks. 10 to 12 ratification. 12 to 1 p.m. lunch break. 1 to 2 p.m. election of officers. 2 to 3 p.m. induction of officers. 3 to 5 parlor games. 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. short program presentation by batch, the one where everybody gets to be a star. And there will also be a solidarity meeting at that time. 6 to 7 torch parade. 7 to 8 dinner. And 8 to 9 acquaintance disco. The MCs will be Señorito Dan Ralph Subla and Señorita Dorothy Jane Benigian. And that's it. It's kind of a big day, actually. It will, as already said, it's kind of a historic event. Because that day, on December 28, 2011, will mark the first time that we will be adopting our constitution and bylaws. And if everybody, or if it is approved, it will be the basis for registering ourselves with the Securities and Exchange Commission. And after registering ourselves with the Securities and Exchange Commission, which will grant or give our alumni association juridical personality, which would give it a legal existence. It would be just like any other corporation by then. It can then own properties, negotiate with other entities, and basically be given powers which it would otherwise not have if it had not registered. One of the major advantages of having a juridical personality is it will grant our association more permanency. It will not fade or die just because of the laziness of some of its officers, or just because any activity has not been performed for a particular extent of time. Because it will, so long as we're registered in the eyes of the law, we're actually still existent. And in negotiating with other entities, we will be respected more if we have this personality. It's a really big day for all of us graduates of the Sibagat National High School of Home Industries. Again, Balik Tungas National 2011. The Sibagat National High School of Home Industries Grand Alumni Homecoming, this December 28, 2011, 7:30 a.m. at the SNHHI grounds. Registration fee 50 pesos. See you all around, paisanos. And for all the other details which I've failed to include here, and for all the other questions that will be posed by you, our dear paisanos, you need not worry. The detail, any other question that we've failed to address at this point will be addressed this at least a week before the big day, probably around December 22nd, 23rd, because there will be a meeting to fully iron out all the details. I hope everybody attends that meeting, and it'll be finalized, and we will agree to it at least a week before the meeting. If you're too busy to attend to this preliminary meeting or for this final meeting before the event, you can contact this number. He is also one of our brothers, or one of our alumni brothers, and he's currently teaching and serving as a great inspiration to our other alumni friends. He's currently teaching in our dear school. Again, you gotta contact your bachelors now. And with your help and with your prayers, we will be able to make this event grand and very enjoyable. So we'll see you around. Cuidado.